Good morning, everybody. Victor here. We got Mr. Tanner of Real Deal Fishing Charters out of Marco Island, Florida.
What's going on, people?
And we got the whole crew today. We got Tim and Brooke.
Good morning.
And Ryan.
What's up, guys?
And today's going to be a really special trip because I've never slow pitch jigged the west coast out of here. And that's all we're doing today. We're going to go after grouper, African Pompano, cobia, amberjacks. Very excited. Catch you guys out there. Are these mainly going to be for chummers?
Yeah.
Tanner's going to throw the net. We're going to try to get on some bait real quick, pilchards and pinfish, to kind of get them chummed up, raise them a little bit. And you never know when something swims by like a cobia, they get finicky. You might have to pitch them a live bait. Beauty. There was like so little effort like put into that.
Spider-Man shot it out.
Did he?
Alright, go right in that live one.
Oh my god!
Little Brookster, how we feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. It's a little colder than I was expecting, but we just loaded up on bait, so we're ready to go.
Oh, I'm joining you, Tim. And a monster. Is that a mangrove?
Mangrove.
It always amazes me at how small the fish can be to eat such a big jig. And I got myself a lane snapper. So that is a little lane snapper, but already on the board with two different species. These actually get really big in the Gulf, much bigger than we have on the Atlantic side. So this is all we're doing, just lifting the rod up and down. Change the tempo every once in a while, check bottom every once in a while. And I like to keep my jig pretty close, just pinned right to the bottom.
Oh, he wanted it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What do we got? Ooh, we got a nice mangrove.
Decent mangrove. That's an eater.
A nice sized little mangrove there.
So we're out here and we're marking a ton of fish, but Tanner says that there's not much tide right now. And he says that the fish really like the tide to feed, so it's a little slow. But we got a long day ahead of us.
As soon as I hit the bottom.
As the guys in Australia.
You got that one?
Hey!
Oh.
Hey!
There you go. There they are.
Oh, buddy, that's big hookup, son. Two grouper? Are you kidding me?
Tim, that's your specialty.
Oh my god! I'm gonna get
Nice.
That is ridiculous.
Nice.
That's why you come fishing with Captain Tanner right there. Oh yeah. That's exactly why you come fishing with Captain Tanner. That's why it felt so funny.
Red.
Nice red.
Another
Woo!
keeper.
Dude, they're getting bigger. Tim just smoked a doubleheader, 2 red grouper on 1 jig. They are chewing right now. Look at the difference in the fish too. Like his is really, really light colored and mine's really dark. Very similarly sized fish though.
For the past hour, I've been filming Brooke and Ryan Ryan just smacked down 2 keeper red grouper. Tim got 1.
Tim got 2, he had a double.
He did. He caught a keeper red grouper and an undersized one on the same jig, which was really neat. And then Brookie's got 2 or 3 red grouper as well. But I'm back at the game. My biggest belief, not in life, but in fishing, is always go as small as possible. Because I feel like a fish is more likely to eat something small than it is big. So I always try to fish the smallest profile bait as I possibly can. It's a little mustad zippy jig. And all of the jigs I'm fishing today are actually mustad slow pitch and vertical jigs. And you guys can save yourself 20% off. Use my code LANDSHARK, linked below. Dude, you should have been filming. Oh! That was like 3 in a row.
So tight.
That is my favorite. When you drop down the jig, a lot of times they miss it the first time because, I mean, I don't know about you, but eating a piece of lead doesn't sound fun to me. And I think they miss it a lot and they're like, what the heck is this
Oh
thing?
my god! As soon as I hit bottom.
Yeah, we're on them. We're on them good. That tide started to move. So did the fish.
Yeah, Brooke literally just hit the bottom and started reeling.
Bottom and started reeling.
Grouper.
Woo! Red grouper. What's for dinner?
Not this one's not for dinner.
That one's going back to get bigger.
The Gulf of Mexico is a really special place. Even though this is not a keeper fish, to be able to come here and catch red grouper after red grouper really shows the health of this fishery. Nothing like we have on the East Coast. And the fact that we're catching them all on jigs too.
Brookster?
Literally, as soon as I hit bottom, I didn't even jig. I literally like started to reel fish on. It's just absolutely insane how many red grouper are here.
As soon as it hit bottom.
Hooked again? Yep.
Wow.
Hooked? This is intense. Look at that rod bed. Oh! Oh my god, that fish has got shoulders. That's a good one.
Or it's 2 again.
3.
I think a big thing is that first presentation, when it first flutters down, it looks like some dead bait fish just kind of trickling down there. When you start bouncing it over and over again in the same spot, it doesn't look natural. That's why I feel like we're getting hit over and over on that first drop.
I also think we get them fired up. Like fish start feeding, other ones start feeding too, for sure.
Absolutely. I feel like this guy was just on the boat.
We just released you, buddy. Tim's keeping Tanner busy back here.
Yeah.
Hooking fish left and right.
So the limit is 2 per person, so we can keep 8 out here today, and they got to be 20 inches. That one's probably about 26, 27. It's a decent one. Any grouper over 30 inches, I consider a fire truck. So we have yet to put one. We got one close, but usually fire trucks will come out here in a little bit, especially with all this action going on.
Oh.
One single.
I literally
Tim?
don't even...
Brooke! Brooke!
That's the one. This one would probably make it, but we're gonna let him go, exchange him for a bigger one.
That one right there, then we'll take all that ice and throw it on top.
Beauty. Yeah.
This is just such a killer, deadly little lure. You know, vertical jigs, slow pitch jigs, they come in all different shapes and sizes. Long, skinny, fat, they all make different little wobbles. You kind of just experiment throughout the day and see what's working, but it seems like everything's working right now. And you know, picture it down there. It's just wobbling. It looks like a little sardine or pilchard on its last breath of life. And then an opportunistic fish comes by and eats it. Oh! I don't know, fishermen are a sick kind of people. We just live for that thump. It's an addiction you can't explain to anyone else unless you do it yourself. Every single one has a little bit of a different coloring, a little bit of a different shade. Some have more spots than others. You guys see this one's really marbled. Look at them. Super marbled, a bunch of little white dots on them. They got that signature little mohawk on them. They're just such a cool little fish.
Alec, you gotta go. There's a funky guy there, like 15 miles out.
And they all release really well.
They do. When you're fishing this shallow water, a lot of times you guys see us catch snapper and grouper, and their eyeballs are exploded, their stomachs hanging out of their mouth. That's because of that pressure difference, but when you're in 100 feet of water, it's not enough for them to do that, to experience barotrauma. So you don't feel guilty catching and releasing these bottom fish in this deep of water. That one stopped the jig. Come on, come back, come back.
Stop. Whoa!
I'm telling you, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh,
Yep.
that is a good one,
Yep,
Vic.
yeah, that's a good one. That's Vic's keeper right there. Come, Papa Vic. No, 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 no. You stay away from that bottom. You're coming aboard Tanner's boat today. Cape Horn, your final resting place. Aside from my frying pan. Another fun thing about slow pitch fishing, look at this. You get to see your rod doubled over like a C. Oh yeah, this is a good one, baby. Brian doesn't tangle me up.
I'm literally just here to sabotage Vic. That's the only reason I came on the boat today.
Dude, you got a good fish, man.
I hope so. So, all of the rods that you see, Brooke and I, Tim, and Ryan.
Am I forgetting someone? The person right next to you, bro?
And I fishing. These are Ocean's Legacy rods. They became a sponsor on the channel a couple months ago, all thanks to Tim, and I love them. You know, I fished them in Panama for popping jigging. all the slow pitch stuff. You guys have been seeing me use them. Caught a big 35-pound gag grouper on them. Absolutely love them. So if you guys want to check them out, I'll have them linked below.
Wow.
Whoa! Oh, it's a monster! Woo, baby!
You did it,
Dude,
Mickey.
look at how white he is. Hey, Tanner. Thank you, brother.
Welcome.
And if you guys want to catch fish like
Tight,
this,
son.
book yourself a trip with Tanner. This fish tried to eat it like 3 or 4 times, and I don't even know how he missed. The jig's so small, he got him right there in the nostril, in the tip. Check it out. That is a little Mustad Zippy jig, and like I said earlier, guys, save 20% off. Use my code LANDSHARK. Mustad makes a ton of good vertical jigs. And yeah, beautiful red grouper coming home. Truly appreciate how beautiful these fish are, and every single one's got a little bit of a different coloring.
This one's very white. Like a
White,
belly.
very, very clean looking, isn't he? There, I got a big fish on, boys and girls. Oh, yeah.
Get in the boat. What are you doing?
I don't know. My fish ran from the bow all the way up here, and I was afraid he was going to get in the engines. Tanner says he thinks it's going to be an African Pompano, which he took us to the spot originally. We've been messing around with a bunch of kingfish. I got cut off. Tim got cut off. Ryan put out a big pilchard, caught a cuda, and here we are. This is like our 3rd or 4th drift here. Dropped a slow pitch jig, and on the way down just started zing powing out there. It's definitely the biggest thing I've hooked all day and pulled the most drag. And unfortunately, Brooke was not here with the camera when all that was going down.
Ryan caught a fish and it got water on the lens.
So it's Ryan's fault.
It's usually my fault. However, let me tell you guys, Vic's sandbagging right now. That run was ridiculous. That thing was ripping. Vic almost got pulled in the water. Not
My
really.
shoes are wet.
But he actually did have to like hop around the boat, and the thing was, I swear it went straight for the engines.
Ah, see? It's an African Pompano. Big tail beats, big head shakes. And one of Vic's favorite eating fish. Even though he says it about almost everything, it really is.
Yeah, this one really is.
Especially because we very rarely get to have it.
Oh yeah, buddy. Come on, Victor.
It's gonna be a big one.
Look at this butt.
Patience, Mickey?
Patience. Even though this
Look at the bend
line
in
and
that
this
rod,
leader's really,
son.
yeah, dude, these rods are so badass. Ocean's Legacy's rod, baby. Look at that. People think you can't put a lot of heat on fish on slow pitch. Not true. He don't like that boat, does he?
Oh!
The blue runner just
Yeah.
went off.
What we got? Oh my god. Oh, the blue runner got picked up while we're trying to put on slow pitch jigs. Oh man. Oh buddy.
Keep your teeth away from my
Yeah.
fish.
That's what I'm saying. I will cut my line based on what yours could be, based what mine could be.
Me and Tanner were talking about it. We're like, well, Vic's fighting this fish. We're just gonna hear a rod go off in the front of the boat because we forgot we had that big blue runner out. And there it was.
I think that's what we want.
It doesn't look long like
It
a...
doesn't look.
Nope.
It doesn't look AJE. Yeah.
That's exactly what we want.
Come on, son.
Yeah, that's an African Pompano.
Oh yeah, baby. Yes, it is.
Please, my hero.
Tanner's gonna be the hero when he sticks a big fat gaff in him. No, it's an African for sure.
Look at that fish, Victor. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Yes! Come on, son! Look at that thing, dude! Yes!
That is a stud.
Yes!
Hold it up,
Nice
Mike.
gaff
Hold it
shot,
up.
Tanner.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, baby, look at this thing.
Let's go!
African Pompano.
Let's go!
Tanner, get in here.
It's another CUDA.
You guys, Tanner, Real Deal Fishing Charters, Marco Island, link in bio. Get yourself the fish of a lifetime with my boy Tanner right here. Thank you. Seriously, this is such an amazing fish right here.
That's a beauty. That might be the biggest one on my boat too.
Woo!
Come on!
I like the sound of that. Beautiful African Pompano, very special fish for me because not only is this one of the best eating fish in Florida in my opinion, but they're pretty rare. There's very few places where you can like actively target them. And Tanner said, you guys want to get on African Pompano, we'll come to this ledge right here, make a couple drifts. This is our 4th or 5th drift. Absolutely smoked. That is a Mustad Stagger Bod jig. Same jig I caught my 35-pound gag grouper on. Same color. You guys can find that jig linked in the description box below as well. But yep, that's the one.
Is it?
I saw flashing, whatever it is, it's big.
What do you think?
It's got shoulders. I saw the flashing. It chased it up.
Oh my God, I just got whacked too.
Yep.
Oh my God, boys.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen one that size with tracers like that.
Come on.
Hey, nice job.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Victor's over here showing us up.
But man, oh, listen to that thing.
So we came back home last night, and then this one we actually weighed 32 pounds. I think it might be my biggest ever African Pompano. You guys saw that we caught all of our fish on jigs, which Tanner primarily does live and dead bait. You guys know that we're big on the slow pitch and we just like catching fish on artificial, so we brought all that stuff. If you wanted to do a trip like that with Tanner, you'd probably have to discuss that beforehand because we discussed it beforehand. I'm sure he could set something up like that, but if we caught all these fish on jigs, just imagine what you'll catch on bait. Incredible fishery over there in Marco Island. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to the fish's backbone right here in the middle. Got to free up this head meat right here, break through those pin bones, and I can kind of work this way. It's a very unique fish that I can honestly not compare to anything else in terms of taste. In terms of texture, it's a very good sashimi fish. Just like that. What do you think of that, Ryan?
Alright.
You did okay?
I think it's gonna be awesome.
This is an 8-inch Dexter sport fish knife. You guys see, longtime sponsor on the channel. Absolutely love these knives. Love this company. If you guys want to get yourself a knife, you can save 20% off. Use my code LANDSHARK, linked below, or go to dexteroutdoors.com. I will catch you guys in the kitchen. So we're gonna do a little corn salsa to go with our fish. I actually took fresh corns, got them right off of the husk, took the kernels right off of them, and got a little bit of grape tomato in there, red onion, cilantro, some orange juice from the oranges that we zested for our compound butter, salt, pepper, and that's it. Real basic corn salsa. If you're tired of your basic salsa, throw some corn in there. And this is raw corn, by the way, not cooked. Delicious. We're gonna pop this in the fridge. So we are gonna make pan-seared African Pompano. I say it time and again. I'm not kidding when I say this is one of my favorite fish, just because we don't catch it that often and it's just such a real treat. So we're gonna hit it with our basic S&P, our salt and pepper, which I'm not gonna show you, but we're gonna get real fragrant with this stuff. We're gonna throw on some cardamom, as well as some coriander, and you know Vic, he's gotta put on his garlic powder. I have the grill fired up outside. We're gonna hit it with a high heat sear and then throw them inside the Camp Chef woodwind, finish it off in the grill. So we're gonna hit our African Pompano with our coriander right now, and I'm only seasoning one side. So right now I'm hitting it with some cardamom, which to me it's kind of gives me like a citrus note, which we're gonna do with our compound butter, which you guys are gonna see in a little bit. So one of my favorite ways to make fish is pan-searing fish, and one of my favorite things to cook on is the Camp Chef woodwind. The reason I like it so much is because me and Brooke don't have to stink up the house. I got the side burner here and the pellet grill here. So this is just softened butter with chopped parsley, cilantro, the zest of 1 orange, 1 lime, and 1 lemon. So you're not getting all that acidity, but you're getting all those aromatics the richness of the butter, and it's gonna pair so well with our fish. I'm gonna go on with some oil in a non-stick pan. Oil is nice and hot. We're gonna go season side down into the hot oil, and that is ripping hot. All right, fish has been in for about 2 minutes. We're gonna go in with some compound butter. Look at that butter melt. So this is gonna finish cooking in the pellet grill, which I'm going for more of an oven effect, so indirect heat. And I have a second pan right here, because all my fish won't fit for our family meal. So that's at 400 degrees. That's gonna finish in there with the seasoned side down so it still gets nice and crisp. All right, we're gonna flip our African Pompano. And it's just been cooking in all that delicious citrus butter. We got some basmati rice. Everything is just very fragrant. Over our fish, over our rice.
Shows it has a flavor that really kind of stands out from any fish I've ever had. It's really good, and obviously this African Pompano is cooked amazing, but flavors are on point.
Very nice. Thank you for the kind words.
Really good. Like Fisher said, the African Pompano is cooked very nice. It's
Can we see how nice?
It's amazing, and I'm really happy to be here 2 nights in a row eating super fresh, delicious food.
You know how I know you're in a good mood?
How?
You're wearing your Yoo-hoo shirt. Like it, Gabby?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like how it's like soft and flaky, but the top is like crispy and like very seasoned. Really good.
Nice.
Superb, like everyone said, just cooked to perfection. I do love just how out of the box like Brooke and Victor's meals have been, and every time I think that it's the best fish, they always manage to one-up it somehow. And like everyone's saying, the African Pompano is such a delicious fish, so I'm super lucky to be here, and always looking forward to the next meal here. Thanks, guys.
We are happy to have you.
I always love how everything Victor cooks goes so well together. The salsa, the rice, the fish with that butter mixture, all is literally perfection. We've never done that compound butter before, but it was a game changer. You guys should give it a try. And the fish is cooked perfectly, so good job, Vic.
Thank you, babe.
There's something really interesting and different about this fish. Like the flakes seem bigger. I'm not sure how to explain it, but
it's like a meatier fish.
Yes, it's
yeah.
a man's fish.
It's like a lot meatier fish. It's good.
Yeah, and this corn, this fresh corn is amazing. It really adds something really special to it.
It's delicious.
I'm sharing my favorite fish with some of my favorite people, and that's what I love about cooking, is bringing everyone together. Big shout out to Tanner for putting this trip together, because you guys see us fish with so many captains and so many different people, but none of it's possible, first of all, without you guys. But the people who take us on all these incredible trips, you guys see us go from California to Mexico to Alaska. We have no idea what we're doing in a lot of these places. It's the knowledgeable captains that put us on the fish, and if you guys want to have the trip of a lifetime, share a great meal like this with your family. Fill the fish box, hit up Captain Tanner, linked below, and yeah, successful trip. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.